On this week's video, I'm going to go over 5 tips on how you can make a competitive offer. In most real estate markets, including the one here in Charlotte and the Charlotte region, our inventory is very low. Therefore, we can often find ourselves in multiple offer situations. So here are 5 tips to ensure that your offer is the one the seller chooses. But before we get started with today's video, my name is Jenny Rodriguez, and if this is the first time you're tuning in, together with my sister Jessica, we like to create videos to help you. Now let's get started with today's video. Tip number 1, offer a fair price. In today's market, it is very competitive, so you are gonna see yourself, especially in certain price points, in a multiple offer situation. So when you make your first offer, together with us, we can help provide a comparative market analysis to figure out what is a fair price for that particular home and make sure that that offer is the fair price and your highest and best offer. These situations are not the times to throw out a lowball offer and hope that the sellers will negotiate. Not all the times do sellers ask for highest and best by a certain day or certain time. Sometimes sellers just take each offer as they come in and they either reject them or accept them as is. So if you find yourself in this situation and you know we're in a multiple offer situation, the best offer, the first offer, should be your best offer. Tip number 2, make sure that you are pre-approved. And by that I mean that you are fully pre-approved or you have a certified pre-approval from your lender. If you're a cash buyer, then make sure you have a copy of your proof of funds that show that you do have the funds to buy that particular home. But since most people do use financing to purchase their home, make sure that you are fully pre-approved, meaning that not only have you filled out an application and had the lender process your credit score, but actually provide that lender with all the documentations requested and needed in order to get that fully pre-approval. So you'll need to make sure that your pay stubs are in, your W-2s, your tax information, any other document that that lender might have requested. So by the time that we are in that situation when we're gonna put in our offer, we can put in that certified pre-approval, that fully pre-approval letter in with our offer to give our offer a better fighting chance, because the seller will know that you are a qualified buyer, and further down, there won't be any issues with the loan process. Tip number 3, be flexible with your closing date. Not all sellers are ready to close in 14 days. A lot of sellers might be relocating or might be purchasing a new construction home that will close further on down the road. So if you are flexible with that, with your closing date, and flexible with your timing, sometimes sellers actually prefer that flexibility over the actual offer price. Price isn't everything in these situations, so make sure that you have a great realtor, like myself. So in these cases, I will make sure, my sister will make sure to communicate with that listing agent in order to get more information about that seller and see what it is that they're actually looking for. So that communication between agents is key in being able to provide a competitive offer in a multiple offer situation. So once we know that information, and we might know that the seller is looking to move in 2.5 months instead of 30 days, then that will be part of our offer. Or if we can just submit an offer that says closing date is flexible, that might actually be more appealing to the seller than the actual purchase price of the offer. Now, kind of piggybacking off of that idea, tip number 4 is to present more attractive terms. And by that, I mean, sometimes a seller, again, isn't only focused on the purchase price, but maybe they just don't want to do any repairs, and you as a buyer don't care about the repairs at this moment, and you might put in the offer stating